Philippians chapter 1, verses 20 to 24. Paul says, I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labor for me. Yet what shall I choose? I do not know. I am torn between the two. I desired to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far. But it is more necessary for you that I remain in the body. Paul says that he wants to have courage, that Christ will be exalted in his body, that Christ will be exalted in his life and through his life. What does that mean, to be exalted? To be exalted means to be lifted up, to be magnified, to be made much of, to bring attention to Christ and not Paul. We as Christians want Christ to be exalted in us, that we want him to be magnified. We want us and our will and our desire and our pride and our any sort of accolades we might get, we want those to be given to Christ and not us. And so through our lives, through everything that we do, through the way that we react to things, the way that we treat people, the way that we live our lives, we want that to exalt and magnify Christ. All of creation magnifies Christ. It points to Jesus. It points to God because of his beauty and his majesty and all sorts of different things that the glory of God is shown through creation. And we want Christ to be exalted and magnified in us. So what does that mean? Magnified. Just think of a magnifying glass. What does that do? It takes something small and it makes it larger so that it can be seen better, be seen clearer than it is with just our naked eye. And we want Christ to be magnified in our lives. Not us, not our good deeds. We want our good deeds to point to Jesus. We want our life to point to Jesus and for people to see what it is that makes us different, and that is Christ. So we want Christ to be magnified in everything that we do. We want him to be seen and not us. And so that's what this song says today. It's called Christ Be Magnified. Were creation suddenly articulate, with 1,000 tongues to lift one cry, then from north to south and east to west, we'd hear Christ be magnified. Were the whole earth echoing his eminence, his name would burst from sea and sky, from rivers to the mountain tops, we'd hear Christ be magnified. magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. When every creature finds its inmost melody, and every human heart its native cry, oh, then in one enraptured hymn of praise we'll sing, Christ be magnified. Oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. I won't bow to idols, I'll stand strong and worship you. And if it puts me in the fire, I'll rejoice 'cause you're there too. I won't be formed by feelings, I hold fast to what is true. If the cross brings transformation, then I'll be crucified with you. 'Cause death is just a doorway into resurrection life. And if I join you in your sufferings, then I'll join you when you rise. And when you return in glory with all the angels and the saints, my heart will still be singing and my song will be the same. Oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me.